Warning: the following video has not been approved by the Comic Code Authority and is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Drewski, the Comic-Assassin. It's Monday. Hope all of you had a great weekend. But today's the day to let you guys know a little bit about what's going on with the news, movie, TV, books, etc., as well as some top picks that you might want to be keeping your eye out for this upcoming Wednesday. So, not a lot of stuff going on in the news. We got Thanksgiving coming up. I'll do a little shout out about that at the very end. But some exciting stuff is that Channing Tatum is developing The Max for a live action adaptation. Don't know if it's going to be a film or if it's going to be a show, and they're still in the works, but basically he's wanting to develop The Max. Now, I haven't read The Max in so freaking long, but I know I do got quite a few of them. So, yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting. So if you don't have any of The Max yet, now's the time, because you can get those books for pretty cheap in most cases. John Turturro has been casted as Carmine Falcone in the new upcoming Batman movie. I like him. I like John Turturro as an actor. I think, there's not been a lot of stuff that he's done that I've disliked. I usually always like his work. I think he's a great actor. Carmine Falcone, though, I just don't know. He just doesn't come off to me as a, head of a crime family. He just really does not have that look to him, in my opinion. Or maybe I've just seen him in so much different stuff that I have, other roles for him in my mind. But yeah, he's going to be Carmine Falcone in the upcoming Batman movie. So that's the only thing that's really came out with the movie stuff. We did get some costumes making the news today. So Nightwing, the costume that they're going to be using for Titan Season 2 has been revealed. It's pretty cool looking, I have not watched Season 1, so I can't tell you if it's any good or not. But, so that costume's been revealed. And then we got some wrestling love. I saw this and I had to put this out there for you guys. I know some of you guys really follow wrestling. I'm Immortal Biggie Shaq, Comic Head 84. I know y'all might have found this pretty interesting. But Ricochet came out rocking the Batman Beyond gear. Alright, for the WWE Survivor Series, right? So, I thought that was pretty cool. Anytime you can get some comic book love in the mainstream type of media, I'm all about it. Other than that, the big story when it comes to books is Marvel Comics #1. Marvel Comics #1 just sold for $1.26 million, making it so far the most expensive Marvel comic ever sold. Right? And Marvel Comics had the first appearances of, Human Torch, Submariner, etc. But man, it was such a high grade. It was a 9.4. I believe it is the highest grade of that comic on the census for CGC. But yeah, $1.26 million. That's a big chunk of change. So yeah, congrats whoever had the money to spend on that book. Hopefully you are happy with what you spent and what's now in your collection. Still not the most expensive comic book ever sold. That goes to Action Comics #1, which sold for over $3 million. I don't know when last, but that is the highest selling one ever. So yeah, 1.26 almost seems like a drop in the bucket when you're looking at the Action Comics #1. But there you go. That's the big book news there. So what books are coming out this week? It's Thanksgiving. It's light in some regards, heavy in some regards. I try to make some lighter picks on this one. There are a lot of #1s that are coming out that I'm just not even going to address because I'm passing on them. So these are books that I might give a chance, or at least I want to, make you informed of that are coming out this week. So when it comes to indies, we have Ogres #1 from Source Point Comics. Seems kind of an interesting storyline. Basically, there's this village of ogres. This group of marauders come and devastate the village, and then they hire an exiled dwarf to come in and help them track these marauders to try to get the revenge. So Source Point's come out with some good stuff. So it might be worth checking out. Also, with Source Point, we have Touching Evil #1. And I actually kind of like the synopsis of this one. So basically, this prisoner gives this attorney this curse, or this dark gift, if you will, where basically, once she touches somebody, they'll die. But only if they're evil. So you get the attorney, right? The gift of wiping out evil with her touch. It seems pretty cool. I might be giving this one a real shot. From Antarctic Press, we have Leave on the Light #2. I kind of enjoyed #1. I know Rod the Rican just had the writer coming on his show this past weekend. That was really fun to watch. So yeah, I'll probably be checking on Leave on the Light #2 if I can get it. They did not have it on my LCS. I had to get it on Midtown last time. So yeah, I hope it's there. Some other ones. Witchfinder, Reign of Darkness #1, Dark Horse. I'm always putting this one out there because it's a Mignola writing it. There's also a co-writer, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But, it's set in London, kind of Jack the Ripper, occult type of thing. So, yeah, it might be a good, interesting book, especially if you're a Mignola fan. You might want to keep your eyes on that one. I have to go with Resident #5 from Vault Comics. I've been loving some Resident. I think it's just a good book. So that one's one I'm definitely picking up. But two of the other top books I think you need to keep an eye out for. One is at your LCS, and the one you have to go to Midtown for. Philadelphia #1 from Image comes out this week. I can't remember the full synopsis, but you're dealing with crime, poverty, vampires. There's a lot of stuff going on. This might actually be a really cool series. I'm at least going to give issue 1 a shot, and if you're so inclined, I recommend that you do the same as well, all right? But another one that I want to let you guys know of when it comes to indies is right now on Midtown Comics. They have Undiscovered Country #1 signed. And not only signed, but double signed for cover price. Right? So they have Charles Soule and Scott Snyder signed versions of Undiscovered Country, which is optioned. Right? Now, I haven't read I actually started reading issue #1. I made it halfway through. I had to put it down and just haven't picked it back up yet. It wasn't a bad read. It wasn't, it seemed interesting, but I just haven't finished the book yet. But knowing that you have a book that actually sold out for issue #1, and now you can get issue #1 if you didn't get it before, and not only that, signed by both the writers, and it's optioned, and it's cover price. Man, what are you waiting for? There's a lot of reasons to go get that book from Midtown. Now they do have some of the other variants, with some of the ratio variants and stuff like that signed, so you can spend more than cover price if you want. But for $3.99 plus shipping and handling, you can get 2 writers' autographs on a pretty cool book that might be a good spec book in the first place because it is optioned. So just want to let you guys know about that. Go get it now because they won't be there for long. Going on to DC, there's only 2 books I got for DC. Only 2, and that's just because I don't really read a lot of DC, but the one book that I have been reading a lot of lately is Red Hood Outlaw, and #40 comes out this week. I like that tan and Deering cover B. Cover A is not bad, but I'd probably go with the B cover on this one personally. Like I said, they've introduced a lot of good characters in this book that I really personally feel have long-term potential. All right, and they're as a team right now, but I could see some solo series even coming out of these cool characters. I mean, because they got some pretty dope powers, like some interesting personalities, and I've really been enjoying it. So I'm going to be picking up that book. But also John Constantine, Hellblazer #1 comes out this week. Definitely worth to check out. So, especially if you're a former Hellblazer Constantine fan, this might be one for you to pick up. Or if you've never read any Constantine or Hellblazer, this might be a good point for you to jump on. All right. Now, rolling on to Marvel, there's really not a lot of Marvel stuff that really, I'm really wowed about, but there are some good books coming out this week. We both have the whole Dawn of X spin-off series coming out. We have New Mutants #2, as well as X-Force #2 coming out this week. I have not gotten around to reading #1 yet. So my recommendation to you is, if you did read #1 and you enjoyed it, go get #2. If you didn't like it, drop it, because there's so many different, single other titles out now. Just pick and choose what suits you, your wallet, and your collection best. Fantastic Four Negative Zone #1 comes out this week. I'll be honest, I like the Fantastic Four, but I just really haven't read any Fantastic Four stuff that really just wows me as of late. So this is probably going to be one that I pass on. But once again, there's a lot of Fantastic Four fans out there. We do have another issue #1. I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing. I think it's just going to be like a mini series. But yeah, it's coming out this week. But my two top Marvel books probably this week is Scream: Curse of Carnage #1. And I'm going to have to go with the Art Germ cover. You can definitely tell it's Art Germ style, but it's not as obvious as some of his other covers. But yeah, I'm probably going to be picking that one up. And also Venom #20. And I think there's 3 regular cover priced variants on this one that I know of. I kind of like that cover C. That Bodenheim, it's kind of got that sleeper, cover to it. So that's probably the one I'm going to pick up. But even if they don't have it, I would be fine with cover A. Cover B, it looks good, but I'm not really digging these 2099 cover variants. Especially that last one they did for Mortal Hulk. Oh my gosh. That thing was a train wreck. But yeah, this is going to be the last tie-in. Venom and Absolute Carnage. It may be a banger. It might be a good one to get. Alright. So with that being said, that's all I have. That's all the news. That's all my picks. I just wanted to take the last few moments of your time to say thank you. It is Thanksgiving week. I probably will not do a video between now and Thanksgiving. I may end up seeing some of you guys in the chat rooms or in the chat for other people's streams and whatnot between now and then. But I did just want to take the time to say thank you. It's, I've been doing these videos since this summer. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you, talking to you, getting to know some of you guys more in depth. I've enjoyed making content for you guys. I know my content's not a cup of tea for everybody, and I hope that you enjoy what I've been able to give you guys. But I do it because of you, and I am so thankful to have a community that I can share my love of comics with. And I just want to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. Well wishes to you, your family. Hopefully you have the day off and you can spend the time with loved ones or however you see fit. But yeah, I could not end this show on Thanksgiving week without saying a big thank you to all of you. You're very much well appreciated in my book. And I hope you stick around, and hopefully I can say something similar next Thanksgiving if I'm still around. God willing, we shall see. But with that being said, this is Drewski, the Comic Assassin. And on Wednesday, if you are able to go to the LCS, or if you are able to go do some stuff online and get some shopping done during these holidays, I'm wishing all of you happy hunting.